In Atlantic City, New Jersey, and both Wilford Scypion and James Green are in the ring and getting set for the 10-round middleweight matchup. Scypion, the 23-year-old out of Houston, Texas, born and raised in Port Arthur, Texas, now living in New York. And James Green, 22 years old, out of Irvington, New Jersey. Some of the crowd's support for James Green out of Irvington, New Jersey. And there's James with the fire plug build. He goes maybe 5'4", going up against this man who at 5'10" has a good 6-inch height advantage. Wilford Scypion, a record of 22-2, 18 by knockout. The two losses suffered by Scypion to Dwight Davison in a 10-round decision, and that disputed decision to Mustafa Hamsho back in June of 1980, a bout that saw Scypion fall, or was he pushed out of the ring? That has yet to be settled, and then was eventually disqualified for failing to return within a specified time. So on two occasions, Scypion moved into position for title bouts, but both times blew his chances with defeats.
And now he's got another chance, and he's between James Green and a hard place.
James Green in his last bout involved in a quickie, a first-round knockout 2 weeks ago here in Atlantic City, taking out Randy Coleman in round one. His victories include an 8-round decision over veteran Mario Maldonado.
He's just starting out. Really, this is a kind of match that should be at outprice, because you've got a seasoned veteran in Wilford Scypion, but he's been in and out the last 3 bouts. And James Green, you got a star on the ascendancy. The little guy just keeps coming, known for very hard punching. The element that we don't know is how is he going to be able to take a punch as hard as Scypion, because Scypion is a good veteran that can bang hard.
And has a good right hand. This is round one action. We are scheduled for 10. It's Green on the left, Scypion on the right.
Scypion pinning him right to the ropes right to begin with. That could be a mistake. This little guy can bang.
Feeling before the fight that James Green must bob and weave, keep his hands high, and attempt to get inside on the jab of Scypion.
No question, Scipion's move is in the middle of the ring and jabbing strong and moving on this little guy and not giving him time to get off. But when he backs him up into the ropes, that's James Green territory. That's where he wants to be.
Get out, step back.
Those little arms, he wants you to get in close, and he can bang like a pile driver to the ribs.
Halfway point, first round. Referee is Vincent Rainoni. Harold Lennon and William Cosgrove, the judges, scoring on the round system here in New Jersey. If the round is even, they go to the 5-point system to break the deadlock. And under a minute left in this opening round.
Green giving as good as he's getting. He's willing to trade with Scypion. Now this could be the night a star is born or a star evaporates, because this kid's going to give it all he's got tonight.
No, let him out. Step up.
And Rainoni breaks the fighters. Rap against Scypion is that he does have those powerful legs, doesn't use them, and does not always listen to his corner.
He doesn't concentrate. His mind wanders. You get the feeling that this little James Green's got only one thing on the mind. He is single-minded, one track, straight ahead.
So that will wrap it for round one. And it's on to round two here at the Tropicana Hotel, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Let's listen in. The corner of Wilford Scypion. Between rounds, you'll hear Victor Valley.
Now, try to make him lead. Make him lead, but you gotta count when you lead.
Right.
You cannot look at him. Right. You make him miss, you gotta count right away with punches. Your left upper hook and upper. Now, coming out of the clinch, you gotta keep that right hand high, because he leads with the hook. He hits you with a nice hook there, so you gotta be careful.
What he's trying to say to him is concentrate. Be sure that you keep thinking all the time. His mind wanders in these fights. Right now, that first round was even as far as I had it. They both did some nice things to each other, but nobody really effectively won that round.
contrast, Lou Duva appeared to be satisfied with what he saw in round one.
Oh, yes. Remember, here's a very, very young man right at the beginning of his career, 11 fights, fighting a seasoned veteran and holding his own through that first round.
Wilford Scypion is managed by Mike Jones, trained by Victor Valley, both out of the camp of Jerry Cooney.
Now, they've been severely criticized for taking this fight because, as you can see, James Green is a tough little thorn to put in there. He's got everything to lose and nothing to win, Scypion has here. It really is amazing that Jones took this fight.
James Green giving away a good 6 inches in height to Wilford Scypion, but as this bout progresses, you forget about it.
Yeah, curiously, because he is the aggressor. James Green is the aggressor, and Scypion looking to box, looking to hold him off with some jabs, but not really putting anything meaningful in there. And Green building up points while he's the aggressor, attacking hard. All Green wants is a chance to get in there and go at the rib cage.
And again, the exchange up against the ropes. Green has that excellent spin move. He has accomplished it twice on Scypion.
Green landing much more effectively in this encounter. Scypion's head right under the chin of James Green. Green shakes his head, and Ranoni warns Scypion.
Again, the more effective blows landed by Green. And we are final seconds, round 2.
All right, break out. Step out.
On to round 3, a very effective second round for James Green. Let's listen in on his corner. You'll hear the voice of Lou Duva.
The same thing is, guys, keep it clean and make this a fight.
What's saying, man? He's using the head in there. Okay. The referee will handle it. Right. Okay. Okay, baby? Okay, take that there. I got it. I understand you. Now, James, look. James, you're up against the ropes a little too much. I want you to get off the ropes. Spin off the ropes. Spin off the ropes and punch. Yeah, I got it.
Just exactly the kind of fight that he's got to fight. On the ropes, he was killing him, but he's got to get off and move. For some reason, Scypion giving ground at the beginning of this round just got hammered by a good overhand right hand and then a good little uppercut inside by Green. Green the aggressor, Green going after the taller, more experienced, and veteran Wilford Scypion. Frankly, I can't understand it.
That is Lou Duva in the corner of James Green as you watch this third round.
Come on, James, come on.
Referee Vincent Ranoni.
Unless Scypion looking to land that one good right hand to turn his fight around. We do not know what kind of jaw James Green has. He has not been tested that much. He's never been in trouble.
His only loss, and he's 11-1, 8 victories by knockout. The only loss suffered to Robbie Sims. That's Marvin Hagler's half-brother. Although he sent Sims to the canvas twice.
And we know how good Sims is. We saw him blow by blow with Bobby Ches. Right now, James Green fighting the fight he's got to fight to win these rounds. He's the aggressor. He's coming in. He's punching sharp and often.
Right uppercut thrown by Green. And then tied up by Scypion. James Green, the 1980 New Jersey Golden Gloves champion at 156 pounds. Lost a disputed decision in the Nationals. He's been a sparring partner for Bobby Ches. Scypion looking to land with the left hand to set up that effective right.
Mistaken, this is the fighter that broke Ravis's jaw in training.
Wilford Green is an amateur. KO'd Alex Ravis, broke his jaw.
Right now, Wilford had him up against the ropes and looked like he was just about to turn this round to his advantage. Heavy punching by Wilford Scypion.
Scypion, as you see, ranked number 4 by Ring Magazine.
Knows now where you're at.
And his
Now
manager, Mike Jones,
this round I
and
want you
trainer
to
Victor
go
Valley
side to
conversing
side, not
with
too far away
Scypion.
from him. Make him miss.
Fourth round, nice and easy. Come on, baby.
Pace yourself a little more.
Just snap your punches. You're doing beautiful out there. You got this guy dead out there. Right? Hey, just relax. He's going to try and hustle you. You nice, relax, and you do all the punching. Come on.
Following NBC Sports World, we'll continue our comprehensive golf coverage. Tom Kite, the man to catch in the Inverary Classic at Lauderhill, Florida. And in the Vintage Invitational, the Seniors Tournament, it is Miller Barber out in front. And we'll be switching to both Palm Springs, California and Lauderhill, Florida later on. Another big sports day here on NBC.
Wilford just landed a beautiful right hand in the corner. They feel like Wilford is just getting his timing and pacing down. Wilford said, I feel great in the corner, which means he's just getting James Green's number. I have it 1-1-1, a completely even fight at 14-14.
This is round 4. We are live from Atlantic City, New Jersey. And the score is on the round system. Round is even. They go to the 5 points. It is handled by the referee and the 2 judges.
Let him go. Let him go. Now, Brady, let's go to the front. Now. Who wins? Right there, who wins?
Right hand by Scypion got in on Green.
That exchange was Green getting hammered to the head and Green doing some heavy body punching. He's investing in the future with that body punching. He must have landed 12 hard body shots right to an uncovered body of Scypion.
However, Scypion continues to get the right hand in.
Green is getting hammered to the head by Scypion. Clean shots.
Scypion looking to take advantage of the reach. And a good 4th round as he sets up Green, but not able to connect.
That's illegal. The 3 things he just did then is illegal. Renoni's negligent. He should stop that. He's holding him with one hand and hitting him with the other. That's totally illegal. He just now warned him for his head. But holding a fighter by a left hand and throwing a right hand shot, that's street fighting.
Two hands.
Straight arm tactics by Wilford Scypion.
Not very professional for not to rank that high. Scypion must feel that he's got him at a point of a knockout because he's throwing everything in every punch. And this is only the 4th round.
Another strong right hand by Scypion. And a good round for Wilford Scypion. Renoni about the straight arm tactics of Wilford Scypion.
And that's where you see it. Twice. On the 3rd time, he holds him with his left hand and hits him with his right hand. Holding him with the left hand is totally illegal. In fact, you could lose a round and lose points for that.
Right out of the pictures of yesterday's Mustafa Hamsho Curtis Parker bout.
Well, but this one is one way. That was bilateral. This is unilateral. Only one guy is fouling here, and that was Wilford Scypion. Scypion running around. Why he's running around, I'll never know. He had the best of that round. He is now 2-1-1 ahead of this fight. 19-18 on points, but James Green is still there.
This is round 5. We are scheduled for 10. Wilford Scypion, 23 years old, out of Texas, born and raised in Port Arthur, Texas, out of the ghetto in Port Arthur, now living in New York City, so he can train with Victor Valley and James Green. 22 years old, out of Irvington, New Jersey, giving away a good 6 inches in height to Scypion.
And acquitting himself nobly here so far.
From the view of Lou Duva in the corner of James Green.
A view from Lou Duva, that should have been called. That was from his back. This was the third fight that was made on this date. Interestingly enough, Ches was going to fight Iceman Coolidge, and he hurt his hand. Tony Ayala was going to fight Steve Gregory, and he had a high fever and couldn't complete it. And 10 days ago, these two guys volunteered to come in here with that short notice, and here they are battling it out. The other two fights will be seen later in NBC in May.
Break out. Step out.
And next Saturday, the best of boxing continues on NBC Sports ringside from Atlantic City. Undefeated Michael Dokes against Franco Thomas next Saturday. We'll also have boxing on Sunday featuring the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship fight between Aaron Pryor and Miguel Montiel. Also, heavy hitters Ronaldo Snipes and Scott Clark. It's all next Sunday as the boxing action continues here on NBC.
I admire James Green's grittiness. He goes right to the body. He doesn't lose sight of the body, and that's got to pay off in the late rounds. This round, foolishly, Scypion is going around, running around, and Green is after him.
Lunging left hand by Green that caught Scypion.
Another one the same way. But you can get caught lunging in like that, and then it's curtains because it's two forces meeting. Again, a warning to Scypion. That lunging has got to be dangerous for James Green.
And as you see, we are final seconds. Round 5. Art Ferdy after that 5th round. Some late hits by both, and take a look at what happened as Luke Duva jumped out of the corner with the referee Ranoni looking to push Scypion aside. Here's Duva making his move, and he looked to keep Scypion back, and for a moment it appeared that Scypion was challenging Duva.
He was challenging the referee. He said, don't push me, don't manhandle me, and then Duva came in and argued some more. High feelings in this fight. It means oh so much to James Green right now. This fight's even, and these guys are fighting.
Goal by James Green showing confidence, and it's laughed off by Scypion.
It's all to James Green's advantage to fight it out with Scypion. James Green's tough. He's a tough nut, and he can punch hard. Scypion can't stand there with him, and he knows it. He's got to move. He can't lose his hand. What a gutty little guy this James Green is.
But I'll tell you, Ferdy, the move by Duva pumped up Green.
Yes, he did. Duva's one of the best cornermen of America, and the best thing he does is steam up his fighters because he fights for them.
You wouldn't have me out.
Victor Valley tried to
Carry me out.
low key it, and
Victor's got the low kid. His fighter can't lose his head and fight with him. His fighter's got the experience. His fighter must box. He must run. He must jab. He can't lose his head with this tough little guy.
well, between rounds, Valley tried to cool Scypion down. He said, don't get yourself involved like this. Mike Jones had other thoughts.
Yes, and right now, Valley's big problem is to cool down Mike Jones. Good hammering counter blow by Green as Scypion missed a beautiful uppercut.
We approach a minute left in round 6. He's scheduled for 10.
These minutes are flying by. It seems incredible that that much action is packed into 2 minutes.
Break down. On hold.
Oh, look at more on the calm side.
Well, Duva knows when to get excited. Between rounds is when you get excited.
Relax, Jimmy, relax.
And there's Green just chasing.
Get the stool. Don't hold up.
And moving up on 10 seconds left in round 6. A very strong opening for James Hard Rock Green, and we'll be back with the 7th round in a moment. Round number 7. Let's go to the corner of Wilford Scypion, and we'll hear Victor Valley.
Keep going. Listen. A straight right, the left jab. You get the left jab and shoot the straight right hand. Keep it right next to your body. Straight in. And then get down. Don't stay up.
And you can see where he followed that instruction. That's just what he did when he came out. Green back to the body again.
Combination by Green and the counter by Scypion. The referee, Vincent Rainoni, warning Scypion to watch the head.
Scypion getting the best of that exchange, and just then he landed a thunderous right hand.
Marv Albert, Bertie Pacheco from Atlantic City, New Jersey, scheduled for 10. Wilford Scypion in his 25th professional fight. He's 22-2. James Green, 11-1, 8 by knockout, and look out. Again out of the pages of yesterday's Hampshire Parker bout.
And again, Scypion drew the warning. Scypion drew the warning to James Green, who's writing a new page for small men in boxing. He said he dedicated this fight to the little men of America. And I think they're going to put him in the Little Man Hall of Fame if this keeps going for 10 rounds.
James Green at 5'4", with his most significant professional fight, is tasked to overcome the experience of Scypion, and for James, it is his first main event, and looking to make the most of it.
And he's ahead 2-3-1 on my card. 28-27.
Scypion just butted the referee.
Scypion must have watched yesterday's fight, picked out a lot of pointers.
Good right hand by Scypion.
Scypion did exactly what Valley told him. Shoot to the left and then cut crossover with a straight right. But nothing stops James Green. Or if there was ever a question about this. He just ducked a straight right hand, came in with a left hook to the body, left hook to the head. Classical, perfect counterpunch. James Green is fighting a fight. Too much head. Too much head on the part of Scypion. Green just got caught coming in, leaping, and there goes that illegal stuff again.
Again, the hold with the hit off the straight arm method by Wilford Scypion as we conclude this 7th round here in Atlantic City. Green will get in a good one after Scypion hit Green after the bell.
Rainoni's manhandling Scypion, and Scipion's getting very mad about that. But what happened right before that was that Scypion had gotten Green in trouble. Green, leaping in, got nailed by a right hand. Then he was getting nailed with that patented and illegal hold him with the left and hit him with the right. The bell sounded, and they continued to fight because Scipion's blood was up, and Rainoni leaped in. But make no mistake about it, for the first time, James Green was in trouble in that corner. That means Scypion took that round. It is now 3-3-1. Again, we're at 32-32. What an even fight.
Opening minute, 8th round, scheduled for 10. Good exchange.
Looking across the ring apron at Mike Jones for the first time. He has a sickly green pallor on his face. He looks sick about this whole thing. I think he thought he was going to get a nice, easy workout, and he's got Scypion in the fight of his life.
Get up first.
Scypion has lost only twice to Dwight Davison in a 10-round decision in a disputed bout with Mustafa Hamshaw. One of his most impressive wins, a unanimous 10-round decision over Curtis Parker. That was a toe-to-toe slugfest last May, as seen here on NBC.
But a beautiful boxing lesson by Wilford Scypion, who just took little Curtis Parker apart. Here, he's having all kind of trouble. Again, Rainoni getting very physical with Scypion.
We were just told that the 7th round was taken away from Wilford Scypion.
If the round was taken away, that is very significant because he had won it. That would be very significant. That follows the confusion yesterday where points were taken away which were meaningless. You have to take the round away to make something of it. If he lost a round and a point is taken away, what does it matter? We're on the round system. And so in the discussion I had with Bob Lee earlier, he said he was going to go to the round system, take a round away from him, if indeed they did. That's the sequelae of yesterday's fight. Great punches by James Green.
The points would not matter unless the bout ended In a deadlock in terms of the rounds.
In a draw, that's right. So you really didn't punish anybody when you took a point away, but you take a round away. Instead of 3-3-1, we have it 2-4-1 in favor of Green.
And we're moving toward the conclusion of round 8. Final seconds with Green's left hand blocked, smothered by Scypion. The announcement was just made to the crowd. As we related, the 7th round was taken away from Wilford Scypion for his illegal tactics, taken away by the referee Vincent Rainoni. And as you might expect, there were complaints in the corner of Scypion. They also announced that if it should happen again, Scypion would be disqualified.
This confirms the worst fears of Mike Jones, who before the fight was insistent on a meeting with the commissioner in order to get an assurance that he would not be jobbed in New Jersey. I don't think that's a job at all. I think that was very qualified, and it should have happened. He has let this fight go out of control. Scypion has been acting in a totally unprofessional way. I think it was justified. But I'm sure Mike Jones won't see it that way. It's his prerogative as a manager.
This is the 9th round. We are 1 minute in.
So far, James is in 3-4-1. James Green is ahead because of that round that was taken away. Great sharp punching by Scypion just then. He's got to stand outside and punch.
Scypion indicating that he was hit on the back of the head that time by Green.
He's trying to get a little sympathy. After all, he must feel that the whole world's against him here. Scypion giving ground shamelessly. That's points flying away when you run that bad away from a little tiny guy like this. That's big points. One of the few bad punches that James Green has thrown just then, reaching for him. Now that, in my book, is points for James Green. James Green's after him. He's running. And when James Green gets there, he punches.
Yes, Scypion up on his toes, and it's Green who has done the stalking in this 9th round.
I can't imagine Scipion's reluctance to fight, because he must know the fight's going out the window.
Get out.
On several occasions at the end of the round, we have had punches thrown by both. It appeared to be precipitated the first time by Scypion.
Can you imagine that in the fall, Green got mugged and his money taken away? Lou Duva's still looking for the guy that mugged and put an ad in the Muggers Journals. I want to see that guy. I can't imagine the way Scipion's fighting this round. He can't believe he's winning this round, running as much.
And we will go to a 10th and final round. It is coming up. Nothing physical takes place. And if this does go to a decision, you know it's going to be another disputed decision. What with Scypion already losing a complete round. Let's take a listen.
A jab, a right hand to the stomach, a hook to the stomach, and a right hand to the chin.
Okay.
Hook in the body, right hand in the chin.
Okay.
Understand? Jab first when you're doing that.
Lean forward, Scypion. Let's put the feet back.
Let's get going.
That's not James Green walking by your screen.
Okay, baby? Let's go. 1 round that I need off you, okay? No, 1 round. This is it. This is the 10th round. This is it. Now, this is your fight now. Come on, baby. Don't let him take it away from you. Okay? Okay, let's go, baby. Give me the mouthpiece.
And that's the difference in the corner.
Baby,
Duva
this is it now.
doing a psychological
And you
number on him.
punch.
This is
Come
it.
on,
This is the
jump
last
on.
round. And in the other corner, Victor Valley is doing a technical dissertation. Put a jab, put a right hand. He should be steaming him up, because he does need this round badly. This could be the round that decides this fight, although I have it. James Green ahead. James Green is ahead 5-3-1 on my scorecard, 42-40. So technically the worst he can get is a draw on my card if Scypion wins this last round. this close, marred as it has been by dirty tactics and strange fighting on the part of Scypion. Who knows what the scores are?
So we've had a couple of interesting bouts these last 2 days here on NBC. Yesterday, Mustafa Hamsho against Curtis Parker in a budding, mauling, brawling fight. And today, Wilford Scypion and James Hard Rock Green, with matters getting testy right throughout.
Regardless of the outcome of this bout, I'm very proud of these two fighters because they took it on 10 days' notice. They have fought like if they've trained for 6 weeks. And little James Green, the understudy that comes out to take the star's part, and he's doing everything he can. If he doesn't win this fight, he will at least have given a heroic effort.
Referee Vincent Rainoni breaking the fighters. We approach halfway mark, 10th and final round. 23-year-old Wilford Scypion out of Texas, now living in New York, going up against New Jersey's James Green. A record of 11-1, 8 by knockout for Green. His only loss to Robbie Sims after he sent Sims to the campus on 2 occasions. Scypion at 22-2, 18 by knockout.
Green still the aggressor here, still stalking. Oh, now he's up against the ropes, and this is Wilford's only chance to finish it up. Wilford should be winging with both hands.
And under a minute left in this 10th and final round.
Oh, what difficulty Rainoni has in pulling Scypion away. Again, the head with Scipion's head right in there. Even exchange along the rope, both men battering each other, no advantage to either one.
And we're down to 20 seconds left in the bout. Remember the scoring on the round system here in the state of New Jersey. If it's even, they go to the 5 points to break the tie. And the scoring handled by the referee and the 2 judges, Harold Letterman and William Cosgrove. And that will do it. Wilford Scypion wanted no part of James Green, who was looking to congratulate him. We'll be back with the decision in just a moment. Back at the Tropicana Hotel, Atlantic City, New Jersey, we are awaiting the decision. And similar to yesterday at the Hamsho-Parker bout, whatever the outcome, there will be disagreement. It will be a disputed decision. The referee, Vincent Rainoni, and the judges, Harold Letterman and William Cosgrove, figuring it up, and we'll have the announcement in a moment.
Get that back rope.
Ferdy's scorecard had it 6-3-1 in favor of James Green. Remember, Scypion had a round taken away from him because of illegal tactics. On several occasions after the bell, ending rounds, late hits, for the most part by Scypion, and then Green countered. Lou Duva, the trainer of James Green, in one instance ran out of the corner looking to guide Scypion away, and Scypion tried to go at Duva. Scypion was angry about the referee, Vincent Rainoni, ushering him aside. So many factors as we await the decision in this middleweight bout. James Hard Rock Green coming in at 11-1, and the more experienced Wilford Scypion, who has been beaten twice, once by Dwight Davison in a 10-round decision, and in a disputed decision, losing to Mustafa Hamsho. Now it looks like we're set for the decision. Let's go to the ring for ring announcer Jim Murata.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your decision. Judge Harold Letterman scores the fight. And I'd like to preface the decision by saying that referee Vinny Rainoni took the 7th round away from Wilford Scypion for hitting after the bell. Now I'll read the official scorecards. Judge Harold Letterman scores the fight 6 rounds Green, 3 rounds Scypion, 1 round even. Judge William Coachstrout scores the fight 7 rounds green. 2 rounds Scypion, 1 round Negan. And referee Vinny Rainoni scores the fight 5 rounds green. 4 rounds Scypion, 1 round Negan. Your winner by unanimous decision, James Green.
So a major upset. James Green by unanimous decision. And we have something breaking out in the corner of Wilford Scypion. A scuffle in the corner of Scypion. We are screened out. It looks like it is now under control. Obviously, they were very upset in the corner. And you can see the reaction of Scypion, who was angered about the decision. Let's go to the ring for the fight doctor. Bertie?
Vince, that might have been one-sided dirty fighting. Why'd you take the round away for him?
Well, the round before, he hit after the bell, and I had won both fighters. The next one that did it, I was going to definitely pull around on him. And he did it. He went and he did it. He hit him not once, he hit him about 3 punches after that bell.
You were very, very physical with Scypion. It looked like it was bothering Scypion that you pulled him away. Did you have to pull him away that hard?
I had to pull him away. I told him to step back. He wasn't stepping back. He was holding. And he was very strong in there. And I told him, you got to break when I tell you to break. Step back.
It's my opinion that we have to have hard referees like you in order to control fights so they don't get out of control like yesterday's. And I think you did a great job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lou? You dedicated this to the little men of America, did you?
Yeah.
And now, Lou, we're looking for the guy that mugged him, right?
We're looking for the guy that mugged him, that's right.
Because I got to see that guy. He's got to have 4 hands.
Oh, yeah, really.
All right, one last thing. Where do you go from here?
Well, it's my manager. What my manager said? Well, I'll tell you who we'd like to fight. We'd like to fight Frank Fletcher. Bring Frank Fletcher around, and we're going to knock him right out of the damn ring this time here. He's after Fletcher.
You're getting braver as you're getting older.
Because I know what I got here.
Okay, back to Marv. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Ferdy, apparently Scypion tried to go at the referee, Vince Rainoni, causing the problem in the corner a moment ago.
Very upset. It reminded him somewhat. It was like in the Olympics when he was over in Hungary, and he got robbed over there. He got robbed here. This decision was outrageous.
You felt this decision, a unanimous decision, was an outrageous decision in spite of the fact that he lost a round by the referee.
He should have never lost a round by the referee. James Green hit after the round. Nothing happened. He was manhandled by the referee. He charged Scypion with his head 1 round, butted him. The referee didn't even give Green a warning. This whole situation is outrageous. I'm going to make a formal commission to the New Jersey State Boxing Commission and any other applicable agency.
You're going to file a complaint.
That is correct.
And the complaint will charge that the referee interfered?
The referee manhandled Scypion. He didn't warn Green at all. Green was pushing, butting, hitting him on the back of the head. He disturbed the tempo of the fight, and he kept grabbing Scypion. And when Green charged Scypion over in the opposite corner from what was being interviewed, hit him with his head, he didn't say a word. When Green hit Scypion after the round, he didn't say a word. Then when Scypion did it, he took the round away from him. This should never happen.
Well, Mike, I understand you're upset. I understand a manager's viewpoint, but let me tell you, looking at it in cold blood from our position, I saw Scypion do a lot of things that were totally illegal, including holding with his left hand and hitting with his right, which is illegal anywhere in the world. And he did fight a lot after the bell. And the only way that Rainoni could control him, because he was a bigger and he had his back to him, was to hold him. Mike, if you look at it fairly, I think that's what you're going to have to see when you see the tape. I understand your anger, and I understand the complaint should be filed, but you will see it on the tape.
I think I'm not. It's the anger is there, but I'm composed. Okay, Green was the first one that started hitting after the bell. It wasn't a warning. All right, Scypion did it the next round. He took the round away from him. The TV audience all saw that. They all saw Green charge Scypion in a corner and butt him. Did they see the referee warn him? No. Did they see the referee grabbing Green, pulling him off? No. But he kept doing it to Scypion all the time. So I think your TV audience out there is going to be the best judges. And I'd like to ask that the people watching write in some letters, and let's get the viewer's opinion. Right direct to you, Ferdy.
All right, and on that note, with Mike Jones on a sad afternoon in Atlantic City.
Hotel, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Sports World back with the second half of boxing from the boardwalk. Hi, everybody. Marv Albert along with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco. It has been a long day of boxing here in Atlantic City, and we had ourselves another mauling, brawling, wild one earlier in the day with James Green upsetting Wilford Scypion, upsetting him in the ring, and obviously Scypion was upset about the decision. He went into a rage after the fight. As a result, he has been indefinitely suspended by the New Jersey State Athletic Commission. We'll have more on that suspension when we hear from Deputy Commissioner Bob Lee in just a few moments. But as we said, more boxing coming up. This for action outside the ring that took place when Scypion reacted to the decision. This has nothing to do with the illegal tactics that both boxers were guilty of during the course of the bout.
Yes, that's correct, Lyle. The action inside of the ring has to be taken care of by the referee. That can't be taken care of by us. But the action outside of the ring, that's something else, and we have to deal with that as quickly as we possibly can to prevent a recurrence of it, or to prevent someone in the audience from getting seriously hurt.
Let's take a look at some of the action that took place inside the ring. This is back round number 6 with Scypion holding and hitting against James Green.
Yes, he's holding and hitting, and I believe the referee, Vinny Ranone, has warned him and will continue to warn him about holding and hitting.
On to round 7, and you'll see the late hit after the bell. Now, the end result here, Lou Duva came out of the corner of James Green and nearly got involved in a side bout against Wilford Scypion.
Yes, and I think that type of conduct on the part of a boxer is unforgivable. We went over the rules yesterday, and both boxers understood what their conduct ought to be inside of that ring. And there's no excuse for the ultra-late hits in this particular fight. The referee saw fit to penalize Wilford Scypion, and he did so accordingly.
Look at the body block here by James Green on Wilford Scypion. What is going on in the state of New Jersey? We saw Mustafa Hamsho and Curtis Parker in a street brawl yesterday, and here today, another Donnybrook.
Well, you can say that it's boxing at its best, or you can say that it's just a renaissance of boxing. I don't know which it is. But in any event, the referees and the officials will have to deal with it as they see fit. And we'll take whatever supportive action we have to on the outside to uphold them.
All right, the decision from the Deputy Commissioner Bob Lee of the New Jersey State Athletic Commission that Wilford Scypion has been suspended because of the action that took place outside the ring as he reacted to the decision and did not obviously like the decision that did not go his